All right, good morning, everybody. We're here at Friendship Field in Lubbock, Texas. After an eventful night last night, we went off air. It was for lightning. Ended up being several tornadoes in the area, one of which touched down really close, or several touched down close to the shallow water area. From my understanding, there was a lot of shallow water people that had to go seek refuge at the domes at the high school, and then later were evacuated to go to safer places. My wife and I drove in this morning, saw several buildings that had damages, some roofs torn off of some different buildings. So, pretty eventful night last night. A lot of water. Amanda and I went south to get away from the storm as we drove back into Lubbock. Oh, wow, lots of water, lots of flooded cars. So, an eventful night. Kind of glad that we canceled that one and got out of the area. But we're back here this morning. The sun is shining. It's a partly cloudy day. And wind's just a cool breeze blowing straight in right now. We're getting ready to start some baseball. So shallow water summer baseball versus ITL baseball. Not sure exactly where they're from. Maybe we'll get an update here in a minute. First up, Maddox McDonald steps in. He's going to rip that first pitch to left field. Maybe over the center left fielder's head. No, he backs up, retreats, and makes the catch. One pitch, one out right there. Hit the ball good there. Ball's traveling a little bit better than it did yesterday. Of course, yesterday was a misty morning and overcast, and ball wasn't traveling real good. Next up is Ryan Jeffcock. Stand in here from the left side. Our video today is from a little bit of an angle view, and the reason being is that we get shade over here, and the tablets and the iPhones don't heat up. So you get a little bit better view on a left-handed hitter. Ball outside, runs a count 2-0. Tall right-handed pitcher for ITL on the mound, wearing lime green shirts, white pants. Shallow water in their red jerseys today with the white pants, black helmets. Ball 3, so it counts 3-0 now. And that pitch is going to stay up high for ball 4. 4-pitch walk there for Ryland, excuse me. And that's going to bring up Boschma with a runner at first. He does his normal skip hop, sweeps his back leg across the batter's box, looks down to third base for any signals. No signals, so swing away here. One out, top of the first inning. He's going to swing at the first pitch. Ryland's going, and the throw is late. I thought it was late, but he's going to call him out. Kind of felt like he got underneath that tag. But nonetheless, a bang-bang play, and he's out. So 2 outs now. Guess that call was a swinging strike, so 0-1 is the count. Comes the pitch. Tries a curveball. It hangs up. High and inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count now. Comes the pitch. It's going to sky this one high to the shortstop. Big league pop-up right there. He's calling for it, and he makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down. Mustangs go in order. We go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Okay, we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. Rylan Brown back on the mound. Rylan was pitching last night. Only pitched to 3 batters last night, so that's about it. And first pitch swinging, and he's going to drive it to opposite field between third base and shortstop. So one pitch and one guy on base. For the Mustangs, defensively, Bryce Cooper's at first base. Looks like Maddox McDonald moves to second. Manny Mitchell's going to go to shortstop, and Gavin Gerardo's back today, third base. Gavin was out with a concussion protocol. Got hit in the head last week by a pitch. He's playing with another team. Garrett Boschman behind the plate. Get the outfield here in just a minute. So one on, no outs. Here's the next pitch, and it drops in there for strike one on the inside corner. Looks like in the outfield and right field is Cash, center field Rylan Jeffcott, and I think left field is going to be Connor Loafman. Not real sure, but I think that's Connor. Next pitch down, and he goes down and scoops it. And a good sliding catch by Ryan Jeffcott there. Really good catch there. Moves to his right, comes in, makes a sliding catch on his back hip. Reaches up, catches the ball. Real good catch there. Good defensive play by Rylan. It's exactly what you need if you're a pitcher. So one out now. Guy still on first base. Next batter for ITL. Big right-handed kid. And the first pitch is right down the middle for strike one. Fouled off to the left-hand side. Got my radar here today, so we'll try to get some speeds. See how he's pitching. Kids always come up to me after the game and they're always like, hey, how fast was I throwing? And kind of interested to hear. So 0-1 now. Not a big lead at first. Big tall kid at first base. Next pitch comes in. Holds inside for ball one. Outfield not playing real deep out there. Kind of midway up. Wind blowing in, so makes sense. Not playing real deep just of yet. Fastball right down the middle to the third baseman Gavin. He picks it up clean. Goes over to first for second out of the inning. Nice, good, clean play there. The runner advances to second, of course, but good play by Gavin there. Steps up, grabs that ball on a tall hop, fires it over to Bryce over at first, and second out of the inning. So 2 outs now. The runner at second base. Boy, these ITL kids are tall. There's another one right here. Probably 6'3", 6'4". Big, tall, lengthy kid. Right-handed hitter here. ITL, I just found out, is Hereford Group out of Hereford, Texas. Pitch stays up. Change up there, 64 miles an hour. Rylan's fastball has been coming in her upper 70s. Big lead at second base. He's got to be 10, 12 feet off the bag. Stares him down, looks a couple of times. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, 72 miles an hour. He fouls it off to the right-hand side. 1-1. Infield playing straight up. Center field or outfield playing straight up also. Pitch is down and low. Works the count to 2-1. Big tall right-hander steps in again. Straight up stance. Rest that shoulder or rest that bat a little on his right shoulder. Got a little bit of a sway back and forth. Normal batters kind of get a little routine going. Ooh, nice change up there. 57 mile an hour change up. Really fat and fooled there. He wanted to swing at it. He did swing at it, but he was way ahead of that pitch. 2-2 now. Alright, he fooled him with the change up there, so maybe he ties him up here. Maybe something low and away. Fastball here. He's going to come up high, 64 miles an hour, strikes him out. So Ryland gets out of the inning. No harm done. Leaves the runner stranded at second base. We go to the top of the second inning, 0-0. All right, so after a quick mid-inning warm-up, we're back into the top of the second inning, and leading off for the Mustangs is Gavin Grotto. Takes a pitch high for ball one. Talked to Gavin's dad this morning. He had a real good week last week. He played with a different team in Dallas, Texas, and was player of the game out of 2 out of the 4 games they played. Our pitch is low for ball 2, so 2-0. This 5-tool system. They take a lot of video, take a lot of stats for the kids, and load them into their system. Or that's a pitch or swing hit right to third baseman, fields it cleanly, and goes to first for the first out of the inning. Good hit there by Gavin. He really turned on that pitch. The ball was struck really good. Stayed on the ground clean. This is a AstroTurf field, so no strange hops there. Third baseman fields it cleanly there and goes over first. Good play. Next up, Manny Mitchell. Manny was the player of the game yesterday morning. We're going 2 for 4. He's going to pop this one up to the third base side. Real high pop up. Third base calls for it, and he makes the catch. So that's only one pitch there. 2 outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs. It's going to bring up Ryland Brown. Ryland trying to help himself out here, pitching today. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Fastball. I said Ryland was pitching last night when we had that storm interruption. He only faced 3 batters. Next pitch is high for ball 1. Not pitching really fast here. I've only got their pitcher in the mid-60s. Haven't even seen him pitch 70 miles an hour yet. 59-mile-an-hour curveball there. Fools Ryland. Breaks over the outside corner. 1-2 is the count. 2 outs. That ball's high and outside. Talk about this 5-tool system. They upload all these stats and these videos and pictures. Good source. That ball stays up for ball 3. Runs the count full. But they upload these pictures and videos so college coaches, programs can look at these players. Good opportunity for them to shine. And that's a strikeout on ball up a little bit. But Ryland swings through it. And, Mustangs go in order again. So we go to the bottom of the second inning, 0-0. All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning here. Looks like today we're going to do some rotating innings defensively. So they're defensive substitutions. Jared Behill goes to first. Drake Cole at second base. Maddox McDonald moves over to short, and Manning's at third now. Boschman's still catching. In the outfield, I know Connor Shires is at center. I'm not real sure right field and left field. I'll try to get those numbers here as soon as I can. First pitch is low and inside for ball one. Second pitch low and inside also. Ball two. So 2-0 now. Kind of hear the wind kind of blowing in a little bit. 76-mile-an-hour fastball fouled off straight back into the net. Mustangs are coached by Dusty McDonald, Russell Jepcott, and Lance Mitchell. Oh, and that ball comes inside. 79-mile-an-hour fastball hits him right on the backside of his left arm. Umpire's going to go out and say something to Rylan Brown. Maybe talking a little bit about he's licking his hand or something there. I'm not real sure there, but he definitely went straight out and wanted to visit. Lots of talent on this Mustang team, you can obviously tell. They don't rebuild, they reload. Nice curveball there. Drops in for strike one. That brings a lot of confidence to a pitcher right there when they can drop that first pitch in for, especially a curveball for strike one. He's up in the count now, 0-1. Runner at first. Not a big lead at first. There's strike two. Two curveballs in a row. Two pitches, two curveballs, two strikes. He's got him 0-2 now. He's fooled him twice. Let's see if he does it 3 times. Don't see any reason why not to. He's got a pitch he can waste here, though. And he tries it again. Stays inside for ball one. Good stop there by Boschman. He had to dig that one out of the dirt. Counts 1-2 now. Not a big lead at first like we talked about. And that pitch almost on the outside corner there. Just misses the outside corner for ball two. It's 2-2 now. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Bounces about, maybe a foot in front of the plate. So Boschman has a little trouble handling that one. Goes all the way back to the screen, and the runner advances to second. Full count now. Nobody out. Ooh, and strike three. Right over the outside corner. That was a close pitch. Could have been called either way, but umpire says it's a strike, and we'll go with it's a strike. So 1 out now. Good pitch. Throws him right on the outside corner. Left-handed hitter now steps in for ITL. Runner at second with 1 out. Jared Behill at first going to move in a little bit. Pitch on the outside corner, low and away, and he swings right over the top of it. Strike one. Said outfield playing pretty shallow right now. I would say halfway up. Center field, Connor Shires is really shallow. Wind's blowing in today. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. Ball one. Boschman does a real good job there, sliding his knees, going to the outside there. See, a lot of catchers just want to kind of stab that with their hand. He does a real good job sliding his knees and getting out there in front of that pitch. Comes set. Here comes the pitch. Gonna take a couple of looks at second base, holding him true. And that pitch is down and in. It's low and inside. Runs the count 2-1. Allen's doing a good job moving his pitches around. Not throwing anything right down the center so far. Comes the pitch. High and outside. Fastball, 76 mile an hour. Really taking a lot of time looking at the runner at second base. I don't know if that's distracting him or if that's kind of a normal routine of his. Takes a lot of time in between pitches. Here's the pitch, and right down the middle, fouled off. That's going to run the count to 3-2. Left field playing straight up. Excuse me, right field playing straight up. Left field's kind of hugging the corner a little bit. That pitch is going to go down the left field line, and it's going to be foul. 10 to 12 feet foul there. Real late on that pitch right there. Good fastball by Ryland there. We've got him behind, so if he wants to here at 3-2, maybe kind of comes up and in a little bit. Probably has a chance to drop a curveball here if he wants. And that pitch is down, and it's going to be ball four. Good pitch there. Just missed down a little bit. That's going to put runners on first and second. 1 out. Big right-hander stands in there for ITL. Right-hander now. Drake at second kind of moves closer to the bag. That's going to be popped straight up. And it looks like Boschman makes a run at it. Ooh, and just too hard for him. Hits the net probably about 3/4 of the way up. So he was right there. He could have made the play if it didn't hit the net. But the net, of course, gets in the way sometimes. And strike one. Counts 0-1. Bush gives the signal. Just reaches out his glove there. Gives him a big target. And the pitch is high. Fastball up for ball one. So it's a count to 1-1. Like I said, Ryland doing a good job here, mixing up his pitches, moving the ball. Needs to keep the head of the count here. Here's the pitch, down and in. Ball's underneath Boschwell, but not far enough away that anybody's counting. Locates that ball, fires it back to the pitcher. No harm. Two and one now. Just 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second, 0-0. And that pitch is right down the middle for strike two. Good fastball right there. Pipes it right down the middle for strike two. Big field here at Friendship. 375 in the gaps, 402 dead center, 318 down the lines. Good looking field. Tries a curveball and it hangs on him. Stays up and in. So ball three, runs count full. We've seen this so far. He's had a lot of counts so far go full. So it's real important that he stays ahead of these hitters. Right now, it's every at bat runs full. And that one's going to be just off the outside edge again for ball four. That's going to load the bases. Ryland really working there on the mound right now. Here's another tall right-hander for ITL. Boy, these kids are tall. Yep, there's Craig saying hi to everybody. Kind of at an angle view, like we talked about. Try to keep the cameras cool. First pitch, he's going to rip it right up the middle, right at Maddox at second. He tries to go to second to tag the runner, but he gets back in time. So that's going to be the second out of the inning. Line drive, kind of right up the middle. But Maddox moves to his left and catches it on the fly. And like I said, tries to tag the runner there at second. But the runner, of course, understanding that there's less than 2 outs, freeze on a line drive, get back to the base. He does a good job there. But 2 outs, bases loaded. Let's see if Ryland can work out of a jam here. Gets that important second out there. First pitch is just off that outside corner for ball 1. Now, once again, we're sitting at a little bit of an angle right now. This looks like a strike to us from our angle, but, behind the plate, it's obviously a different view. 1-0. Ooh. And that's going to get away from Boschma. Nothing he could do there. It was a hanging curveball, and Ryland's having a little trouble right now with his curveball. It's hanging on him. You can obviously see his arm angle is staying really high. He's got to really pull through on that curveball, and he's not doing that right now. And that ball's just kind of settling on him. Good example right there. It's high and inside. Boschman tries to get to it, but he can't. Ball gets by him, so that the first run comes in to score for ITL. Counts 1-0. Comes the pitch and it's fouled off to the right side. Good pitch down and in on him, runs in on his hands. Ryland struggling a little on the mound right now. He's trying to get out of this inning with only 1 run scoring. There's a pitch down and away. It's ball 2. Hits off of Boschman's right knee pad there and squirts down the right first base line. Not far enough that anybody's moving. Comes the pitch right down the middle, and he fouls it off straight behind us. Just missed that by a little bit. Good pitch by Ryland. I got 2-2 is the count on the scoreboard. I'm not sure exactly if that's correct or not. And that pitch is going to hit right to Maddox McDonald at short, and the vacuum cleaner cleans it up, sends it to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mustangs get out with only 1 run scoring there. Ryland had to work around a couple of walks there. I think only 1 hit, so we go to the top of the 3rd inning, 1-0 ITL. All right, we go to the top of the third inning. Joaquin's going to step in. He's going to hit the first pitch right to the shortstop. He doubles it up, goes to first for the first out. Mustangs making it easy on this pitcher right now. A lot of first pitch swings, contact made. It's going to bring up Bryce Cooper. Bryce stands in from the right side. Tall, puts his bat up tall. He's going to swing at the first pitch also and swings through it. Strike one. I got fooled on an off-speed pitch there. Camera angle had to change a little bit. Try to get more in the shade here. And second pitch, excuse me, he's going to sky this one to the left field in the foul territory, and that it drops for a foul ball. Good contact there, just ahead of that pitch. Like I said, this pitcher's not pitching real fast. Only got him in the mid-60s. So a lot of our hitters are out in front of the ball. Makes the count 0-2 now. Price going to foul this one off to the right side. It's high, and the first baseman has a chance to make a play, and he misses it right at the dugout. Right at the last second, he looked down to try to find the fence for the dugout. When he looked back up and missed the ball. So Bryce gets another chance here. Count's still 0-2. There's one out, top of the third inning. Digs his right foot back into the batter's box. Looks forward. Here comes the pitch. He's going to turn on a pitch high and inside. Runs the count to 1-2 now. Next up to bat looks like Cash. Comes the 1-2 pitch, and he's going to sky that one straight up to the third baseman. The shortstop's going to call him off, and he goes to make the play, and he misses it. And that's a good example right there. I mean, right at the last minute, just kind of takes his eye off the ball, and it bounces off the heel of his glove and goes down to the ground, and Bryce is on first base. Now, we saw this yesterday. Rylan Brown, on a hit similar like that to the outfield, he went over to second base. You know, he rounded first and went to second because, I mean, when the guy, if he does miss it, then the runner's at second. So runner at first now for Cash McCready, and he's going to pop this straight up right to the catcher. Looks like he's got room, and he makes the catch right about 10 feet from the net. So 2 outs now. Once again, Mustangs going up there hacking away. A lot of pop-ups right now. Kind of drive through that ball, try to get this ball down. That's going to bring up Connor Loafman. Outfield umpire goes up to the pitcher and says something, probably talking to him about some kind of a pickoff move. Maybe licking his hand. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball right down the middle. Strike one. Runner at first for the Mustangs. First runner on base for the game for us. Got 2 outs, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and it stays up high. Only 65 miles on that pitch, so once again, not throwing real hard. We've hit a lot of pop-ups, a couple of grounders. Got to find a way here to start driving some holes. A lot of guys really trying to reach for the fence, maybe. Need to start driving some gaps. That pitch stays down and in for ball 2. That runs the count to 2-1. Two outs here, real important for Bryce to be running on contact. Anything in the gap, he's got to score. Pickoff move to first, wild throw. Good play by the first baseman. He has to come off the base and stab that one. Not a real big lead to Bryce. He's going to lengthen his lead now. Comes the pitch. And that's going to go to right field. Looks like it's got a chance to drop, but it's going to stay up, and the right fielder makes the catch. So, one left on base for the Mustangs on an error. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 1-0 ITL. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. Once again, the rotation of defensive substitutions continues for the Mustangs. Boschma stays at catcher, but at first base, Bryce Cooper. At second, it's going to be Maddox McDonald. At short will be Maddox, and Gavin Guardo goes to second, and Manning Mitchell will go to third. Center field is Connor Shires, and left field is Rylan Jepcott. I'm not sure who's in right field. I've been trying to get his number, but I just can't get it. Maybe somebody can help me out here. So 1-0. Rylan Brown stays on the mound. Let's see if we can stay ahead of the hitters a little bit better here. Big, tall left-hander stands in for ITL. Probably 6'5", 6'6". Tall, lengthy kid. Good-looking young athlete here. First pitch is high and outside for ball one. Left-handed Aaron Judge here for ITL. That ball is also high and outside. Gets past Boschman all the way to the backstop. Looks like he's having a little trouble with just staying open. Needs to close a little bit more. The ball kind of just sailing out of his hand. 2-0. Here's the pitch. That pitch is going to be fouled off to the left-hand side. Out of play. Real late on that pitch. Outfield playing shallow once again. That pitch is down for ball three. Fastball down. Comes the pitch. It's going to be right back. Maddox McDonald. He scoops it up and sends it over to first. I'll tell you what, if you want to watch a young man play shortstop and do it well, that's Maddox out there at shortstop. Really gets himself in position really good. Body face toward first base when he makes the play. He just comes up with the ball, takes a step, and fires it over there to first. No clutch. These young players teach him not to clutch the ball. He just comes up and fires. Good play there. 1 out. First pitch is low and outside. Fastball for ball one. Thank goodness for the breeze right now. Otherwise, it would be a little warm out here. High and inside for ball two. All the rain last night. It's plenty humid out right now. Well, there's a lot of people in Lubbock this morning waking up and thankful to the man upstairs for keeping us safe last night. Unfortunate for those who had to go through some damage, but that was a pretty bad storm last night. Here's the pitch. Low for ball three. 3-0 now the count. That was an ugly storm. And here's the Next pitch for a strike right down the middle. Strike one. 3-1. There's the windup and the pitch, and it's going to be low and inside for ball four. Talk about this. Ryland's struggling a little bit right now. Needs to find a way to stay ahead of the pitchers, or stay way ahead of the hitters. Seems to be working from behind. He's got to get ahead in the count. So runner at first now. Big right-hander steps in from the right side. First pitch drops in for strike one. 0-1. Interesting looking stance that he has. He changes it up this time. Kind of stands a little taller. Last time he was squatted down. He kneels down or drives that down the left field line. It looks like it's going to be foul. Deep, but foul. Ryland makes a run at it, but a little bit too far out of play there. All right, here's count 0-2. Outside, ball one. Not a big lead at first. And he fakes runs. This drives it down the left field line. It's fair, just over Manning's head and third base. So stand-up double. Good job by Ryland. Jeff got there to get over there and get that ball quick and fire it back in as quick as possible, holding that runner at third. So stand-up double moves the runner from first to third. And now runners on second and third with one out. Here's another one of those big, tall hitters for ITL, like 6'3", 6'4". See if Ryland can work out of another jam here. Ooh, big. Tries to throw a breaking ball there, but once again, hangs. Comes out of his hand real quick there. It's got to pull through on that curveball. Fires a fastball right down the middle. It's fouled off to the right side. 1-1 the count. Comes the pitch. It's low and outside for ball two. Once again, working from behind. Got to find a way to stay ahead. Pitch is right down the middle, skied to the right side. And Gavin at second makes the play. So that one, good pop up there to get the second out in the inning. That's crucial out. Runners at second and third, get that second out there. So that brings the force into play at first here with two outs. Infield can now just go to first base and get the third out. Right-handed batter for ITL steps in. That pitch is low and away for strike or ball one. Ryland's had to work out with some trouble in his previous innings. Let's see if he can get out of another one here. There's the pitch, low and inside. Good stop by Boschma there. Really sacrificed his body there. That ball kind of comes up and hits him in the collarbone area. The good thing he's got the pads. The umpire's going to step forward there and give him a little bit of a break. Good job by the umpire there. They have a lot of respect for each other. The catcher and the umpire working together, and you can see the umpire out in the field comes forward and rubs the ball down, giving Boschma the extra chance there to kind of rub that one off. So it counts 2-0 now. 2-0. Runners on second and third, two outs. Here's the pitch. Good fastball right down the middle. Gets him. He blew that one right by him for first strike. 2-1. Comes set. Here's another fastball down the middle, and he's late again. Fouls it off backwards. So 2-2 evens the count now. Good job by Ryland coming back here and even in this count out. He's got 2-2 now. He's got a pitch he can waste here. See what he comes to. No, he doesn't even look to the bases. Only staring at home. Throws a curveball. Guy fouls it off. Pulls it down the third base line. Foul. Manning goes over and catches it foul and throws it right back to Ryland. So step in there again for 2-2 count again. Come on, Ryland. Keep something down and away here. Curveball, he tries to drop it in and he gets it. Freezes the batter and gets out of the inning. Good curveball there by Ryland. He's had trouble with that curveball so far, but not there. Drops it in for strike 3. So 2 runners are stranded. We go to the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 ITL. All right, we got the top of the 4th inning. Maddox McDonald's going to lead us off. Top of the order here for the Mustangs. Same pitcher for ITL. And he's the first pitch. He's going to go opposite field to the right fielder, pop up, and 1 pitch, 1 out. Once again, good contact there by Maddox, just right to somebody. So that's going to bring Ryland Jepcott up the bat. Stands in from the left side. Nods his helmet. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. My radar only shows this guy throwing in the mid-60s, but he's done a good job here of just moving his pitches around a little bit. 61 on that pitch right there. Low ball 1. Oh, the first pitch was ball, so they've got 2 balls now. 2-0. That pitch is going to be low and outside also, so 3-0 now. Actually, 2-1, so they got it wrong on this scoreboard. I thought he called that first pitch a strike. So 2-1. Comes the pitch right down the middle, and Ryland, that pitch kind of digs in on his hand. He fouls it off to the left side. ITL giving up the middle right now. Second and third playing in the holes, so up the middle's free. And that's right where Ryland's going to go with the ball. Right up the middle. Good hit, son. That's the way to recognize where the defense lines up and just don't try to do too much. Just push that pitch right up the middle. That's exactly what he does. Outside pitch there. So if he tries to pull that, goes right to the second base, but he does a good job pushing it right up the middle. So he's on first base now with 1 out. That's going to bring up Boschma. Looks down to third for the Signals. Good speed at first, so maybe a hit and run here going, or we're going to try to steal a base here. He got caught stealing in the first inning. There's a pickoff attempt late. Once again, this guy's a little wild on his throw, so if we can get a couple more throws over there, maybe he throws one away and we can kind of get over to third base here. Ryland stares in, looks at me, no going. Oshma's going to lift this one to the left fielder, and that's going to be out number 2. Not a hard hit ball there. Didn't sound real crisp off the bat. I would imagine he got it kind of off the end of the bat. That's what it sounded like. So that's going to bring up Gavin Gerardo here. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Runner on first. Real important here to get Ryland over to second. See if they got anything going. Runner's not going, and he's going to drop this. It's over the first baseman's head. It's going to the line. That's just outside. So lands about 5 feet foul down the right field line, just over the first baseman's head. Kind of felt like maybe the first baseman could have made a play there, but he kind of looked up and just said to the second baseman, "That's yours." Long run for the second baseman and try to make a play there. So 0-1 now to Gavin. Like I said, real important maybe to get Ryland Jeffcott over there to second. Jeffy's got to be running here, maybe. Nope. Good thing he didn't go because it was a pitch up, maybe a pitch out there. Trying to get him stealing there. Had a pitch to waste there, so evens the count at 1-1. No going. Gavin's going to drive that down the left-hand field line right there. Jeffy turns and goes to 3, and they're going to wave him home as the left fielder fumbles the ball twice. And Gavin standing on second with a stand-up double, and Jeffy comes in to score. So the Mustangs tie the score 1-1 now. We talked about that. It's important to get that runner removed. And I mean, if they had that runner moving, ball down the line or in the gap there, scores easily. But the left fielder fumbles the ball, which gives Jeffy the chance to come in and score. So the Mustangs tie the score 1-1. The runner at second now, 2 outs. Manning Mitchell stands in. And Manning's going to sky the ball to left field deep. First pitch, left fielder's calling for it. He loses it in the sun, and it drops in, and Gavin's going to come in and score. Manning's trucking around. Good job by Manning on his horse there, and he's going to stand triple. Once again, Manning standing on third base. Boy, this kid, I tell you what, if this year you could add up the total bases that he's had, man, he could set a record. He has hit so many triples so far. And that's a triple because the guy goes to make the play, but right at the very end, the left fielder looks up and loses it into the sun. The ball drops. That's considered a hit. So with 2 hits here now, the Mustangs take the score to 3-2. Actually, 2-1, I believe should be the score. 2-1. So a guy on third with 2 outs now, and this is Ryland Brown, I believe. Come on, Ryland. Takes a strike on the outside corner, so 1-1. 1-1's the count. See if I can update the score here. Shout out to Lance for doing this all during the year flawlessly. And that ball's going to be nubbed over to the third baseman. He makes a stab and a wild throw over the first baseman's head. That's going to give Ryland a chance to advance to second. And Manny Mitchell comes in to score. And the score now is 3-1 Mustangs. Good job there. That ball kind of nubbed off the edge of the bat. The third baseman had to go far to his left. He makes the play, but when he comes up, he rushes the throw, and it's thrown wild over the first baseman's head. So 3-1 now for the Mustangs, doing something here in the top of the 4th. Second time up the bat makes a difference. I mean, you've already seen the pitcher one time. You know his speed. Yesterday, imagine the pitcher was throwing, mid-70s or upper 70s, even maybe touching low 80s, and now today only 60s and then 60s. So that first at bat kind of fools some of these guys, but second bat not doing so much this time. Joaquin stands in for his second at bat with runner at second. Takes high, ball 1. Brian Brown at second base. A lot of speed out there at second base. About a 10-foot lead off the base. Going to take strike 1 on the inside corner to Joaquin. Kind of got fooled on that pitch a little bit right there. He was looking something over the middle of the plate. Kind of snuck one on the inside corner there. So 1-1. Here's the next pitch. That's inside, way inside. Joaquin kind of ducks out of the way and takes ball two. So 2-1 now. Mustangs doing something here in the fourth inning. Scored 3 runs so far. Got a runner at second. Hoping to do more damage here. Joaquin's going to do it. That ball's driven over the second baseman's head into the right field corner. He makes a play at home, but you know what? Bad throw, and that's going to allow Joaquin to advance to second. So good job there, right there. Aggressive base running right there. That ball's well struck into the right over the second baseman's head into right field. The right fielder comes in, catches the ball cleanly, but comes up, tries to make a throw, and a wild throw to home. So Joaquin's at second with 2 outs, and that gives Bryce Cooper a chance to step in, continue the damage here. Takes a ball real high, ball 1. Good job by Joaquin there. That pitch was on the outside corner, just kind of takes it to right field, drives in a run. Good right base running gets him at second, chance to score another run here. The next pitch is high. 2 balls real high there to Bryce, so he's up in the count, 2-0 now. Looking for something right down the middle here. That's ball 3 up. So anyway, we got 3-0 count now, 2 outs. Mustangs doing lots of damage here. Four runs scored so far in this inning, making the score 4-1. Joaquin gets a nice lead. Nobody holds him on at second base. Here's the 3-0 count, and catches the inside corner for strike 1. So 3-1 now to Bryce. 2 outs. All of these runs scoring with 2 outs. So Mustangs doing a lot of damage here with 2 outs in the inning. And here's the pitch, and he drives it right between short and third. And they're gonna hold Joaquin up, and he's gonna be able to score on a wild throw. So Bryce goes to second. He's gonna go all the way to third. Here's the throw at third. Here's the play, and he's out. Oh, it just barely gets him at third base there. But the run scores, nonetheless. The run scores. So the Mustangs do plenty of damage there. So Bryce gets a hit between shortstop and third there, driving in Joaquin. Good base running there. Tries to extend it out to third base on the air throw over the home plate, and they don't get the play at home, but they get a good throw to third base that gets Bryce for the third out of the inning. But lots of damage done there for the Mustangs. 5 innings scored in that inning, all with 2 outs. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 5-0 Mustangs, 5-1 Mustangs. I want to take this opportunity as we're in between innings right now. I'm going to try to get this in front of the camera if I can. Let's see if I can get it. You're not going to be able to see it. Anyway, my wife and I had the opportunity. I don't know if you can see that or not. Kind of too dark. Last week we had the opportunity to travel to Northern Europe, and just want to give a shout out today, June 6th, D-Day, commemoration of D-Day. That was a picture of me at the funeral there at Normandy at Omaha Beach, in front of one of the tombstones of one of the soldiers that lost his life during that invasion. A lot of respect for the young men and young women who lost their lives on that invasion, also the ones who didn't lose their lives. Uh, Very, very humbling moment for me and my wife as we walked through that cemetery. Also saw the beaches of Omaha and Utah. the invasion of of course, the U.S., British, and Canadian forces. We also got the chance to go to Point de Hoc, which was a very big battleground in northern France, where the Army Rangers scaled the cliffs and took out the bombers there that allowed the ships to advance to Utah and to Omaha. Operation Overlord. So a lot of respect today. Happy D-Day, and thanks to all those who sacrificed. All right, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning here now. Boschman's going to go from catcher to pitcher here, and the first pitch is strike one, right on the inside corner. Jared Behill comes in to catch. Let's see, defensively, Bryce Cooper's still at first. Gavin's still at second. Maddox at short, and Manning at third. Ryland Jepcott goes to center. Looks like Connor Loafman's in left, and Cash McCready is in right. And that's a strike on the inside corner, swinging strike too. So count runs the count to 1 and 2. See if we can get some speed here on Bosch's pitches. He's throwing hard, and that was a good pitch right on the inside corner. He barely holds up, and they're going to appeal down to first to see if he went, and the umpire says no, he did not go. So that runs the count to 2 now. Bosch stands up on the mound. He's working quick. You don't want to waste any time there. Kind of doing cradling the ball there. He's going to fire the ball in. 78 miles an hour on the outside corner. Misses for ball 3, so that runs the count full. Mustangs playing straight up once again. Into the outfield playing shallow. I haven't seen anybody really drive the ball over anybody's head today. And that ball's going to be driven right back up the middle. Maddox playing over the left. Makes the throw over to Bryce at the first base, and that's the first out. Man, I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of shortstops out there, but he plays that position about as good as anybody I've ever seen at that age. Anything in that area, boy, and it's going to be gobbled up. And I've seen Gavin play a lot of good shortstop also. He's at second base, so a lot of area can be covered in that middle infield right now. That ball outside for ball 1. Jared Behill kind of swinging his arm back and forth, not throwing the ball back real hard. There you go, ball 2, 2-0 now. Maybe he's hurt his arm. It kind of acts like he's hurt his arm because he's not throwing the ball back real hard. There's a good strike right down the outside corner, down and away, swinging strike 1. So 2-1 now. 5-1 Mustangs. A lot of damage in the top of the inning here. So Garrett Boschman trying to get a shutdown inning here. Shutdown innings when your team puts you ahead and their side of the inning, and so you go to their side of the inning and you shut them down. That pitch is going to be way outside for ball 4. So 5-pitch walk there. Puts a guy on first base. Garrett throwing hard. Just once again, we got to get ahead of these hitters. Right-handed batter stands in for ITL. Runner at first, not a big lead. Boschman comes set, fires outside, way outside. 73-mile-an-hour fastball. Good stop by Jared there. Really had to reach out for that pitch right there. Bosch fakes the throw to first. He can do that because he wasn't on the rubber. If he would have been set on the rubber and he fakes it, that's a balk. He was not on the rubber. There's a pitch right there. Goes to first base. Bryce knocks it down, but can't come up with the play. But good job there knocking the ball down because the runner was going, which Gavin had to go cover second there, so that would have gone through the hole and maybe allowed the runner to advance to third. But Bryce gets that ball, diving stop, knocks that ball down, and keeps the runner from advancing to third. So runners on first and second now for the Mustangs. Big, tall, right-handed batter here for ITL steps in. Mustangs have been working out of trouble all day today. ITL's had plenty of runners on base. They've only scored one run so far, but they've had plenty of chances. Here's the pitch. And good curveball. 65-mile-an-hour curveball there for strike 1. Not quite sure if that was a curveball or a changeup. Might have been throwing maybe a changeup there. Good one. Counts 0-1. There's the pitch, and that's just going to miss inside for ball one. Sorry for my cough, but when I came home from Europe, I also brought a cough with me. Hopefully nothing serious. Here's the pitch. That's going to way inside. Ooh, counts 2-1. Yes, it is. 2-1. 2-1. Runners up first and second. One out. Need a double play here. Maybe a pop-up, strikeout. Real important to get that second out. We've talked about this before. Crucial second out. 71-mile-an-hour fastball, way outside. Ball 3. 3-1. Right-handed batter steps in, bangs his bat on the outside corner of the plate. Bashma kind of steps off the plate, regroups a little bit, tries off his backhand. Now he's at bound, toes the rubber, looks home, goes through a series of signs here, finally nods yes. Batter asking for time, but the umpire not giving it to him. Ooh, and that had a chance to freeze him right there. The batter did not like how much time Bashma took on the mound there. He asked for time, but the umpire does not have to grant time if he doesn't want to. So that's a walk. That's going to load the bases. Coach Jeffcott's going to come out. He's looking around. Looks like he's potentially going to pull Bashma here. It appears to be so. He's going to pull him. Looks like he's going to bring somebody else in here. No, not going to do it. He gave him something. I'm not sure exactly what he gave him. It kind of looked like he was had all intentions of pulling him there, and that he leaves him in the game. Vote of confidence here from Coach Jeffcott. Bases are loaded, one out. He said, hey, big fellow, do your job. You know what? Calm down, do your job. Bashma really licking his fingers now, and then dries them on his pants, toes the rubber. Bases are loaded. Right-handed hitter here for ITL. They've had runners in scoring position all day today, but they've only got one across so far. Slows down his rotation there a little bit, Bashma, and fires high for ball one. Jared Behill not throwing that ball back real hard. Something must be wrong with his arm. Here comes the pitch. High and inside. 2-0. Jared cannot throw the ball. He bounces it back. Something's got to be wrong. They've got to do something here. Pitchers should not have to work like that. Bases are loaded. 2-0. He's got Bashma a little bit frustrated. It's 3-0 now. Bases are loaded. Real important here. Bashma waves off Jared. Now he says he's good to go, and he's going to throw a flat strike right down the middle. 3-1 now. See if we can get a ground ball here. It's going to strike two. He gives him the strike call. That ball looks like a little bit up, but he's going to say that's a strike. So there we go. Lance Mitchell and I have talked about this in an earlier broadcast. The batter there throws his bat, doesn't even give the umpire a chance to make the call, and maybe took the umpire off there. Nonetheless, it's going to be ball four. That pitch is bounced in low and outside, so Jared Behill still grabbing his arm. Not sure. Coaches know that his arm's hurt, but it seems like he's struggling a little bit there. He's trying to be tough and tough this out, but there we go. Bases loaded. Run comes in to score, so it's 5-2 now. Still only one out. Tries a curveball and misses left out on the outside. Ball one. It's 5-2. Bases are loaded. One out. Bottom of the fourth inning. That ball's going to stay high and outside. Ball 2. Jared tries to freeze that one on the inside corner, but he doesn't get the call. So ball 3, so it's 3-0 now. Have to believe it. Bosch is a little frustrated out there right now. Just needs to calm down. And he's going to swing on 3-0, and we got to get to that. That drops in the left field and squirts away from Connor Loafman. That ball, just barely lofted. 3-0, swinging at 3-0. And that ball goes over the third baseman's head to left field. And Connor Loafman not making a real good attempt to get to that ball. Lets that ball fall and it squirts away. I'd like to see him hustle at that a little bit more. We talked about this yesterday. The Mustangs were up 11-4 at the end of that game, and kind of played a little bit lackadaisical at the end of the game, and let them come back, and they won the game 11-10. But it didn't wasn't pretty at the very end. So every out counts. I mean, if you can get to that ball and make that catch, that makes a big, huge difference right there. 5-3 now. Gets a straight call there, so 1-1 now. It's 1-1 now. Ooh, and that's going to be fouled right there. Home plate. Goes off the batter's foot. Umpire's going to take a little time here and run the ball out to the pitcher, giving the batter a little chance to walk this one off. Those ones sting. A lot of time they make that toe go numb. Nonetheless, taps his foot on the ground. Now he steps back into the plate. Tough young man. All right, 1-2's the count now. Ooh, fools him on a curveball. Really nice looking curveball there by Garrett. That's strike 3 for the second out. So it's 2 outs now. Bases are loaded, 5-3. See if Garrett can get out of this inning. He stands up there. He's determined. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch. It's inside for ball 1. One to know's the count. Here's the pitch. It's going to be lined to second base. Oh, just through the hole. Cash comes up with it real quick, gets it in, fires it back in, so runners hold. Nonetheless, good hit by the young man there. Goes opposite field there, right between the first baseman and second base hole. Right out to the right fielder. Only one run comes in to score, so it's 5-4 now. Long inning here for the Mustangs. This ball's chopped to third. Manning's going to make the play. He's going to fire over to first base, and that's the third out right there. So we get out of the inning finally. Mustangs still hold the lead. So we go to the top of the 5th inning here, 5-4 Mustangs. All right, we go to the top of the fifth inning. Cash is going to start us off here. Takes first pitch low for ball one. ITL switches pitchers here. Another right-handed pitcher for them. Looks like he throws a little bit faster than the last guy. Fastball right down the middle, 76 miles an hour, so definitely faster. We're used to seeing this speed, though. We'll have to change and adjust here a little bit to the speed. Cash going to softly hit this one to center field, but their outfield's playing shallow also, and center fielder comes in and makes the catch there. Not a hard hit. Looked like it kind of got off the handlebar part of the bat, right in on his hands. So not real solid hit there. That's going to bring up Connor Loafman here. Stands in from the right side. It's right-handed pitcher here. That ball is way short for ball one. Bounces before it hits the plate. Counts 1-0. And that ball is going to be chopped to the first baseman. He catches the ball on a high hop and takes care of business himself. Steps on the bag for out number 2. 4 pitches here, 2 outs. That'll bring up the top of the order for the Mustangs. Maddox McDonald steps in. Max is 0 for 2 on the day. He's had 2 hits, 1 to left field, 1 to right field, both fly ball outs. See if he can't drive something up the middle here. Takes a strike on the outside corner for strike 1. Fastball on the outside corner. Once again, like I said, this guy's throwing a little harder, so we have to adjust for speed here. Ball looked almost identical as the last pitch, and he calls this one a ball. So now it's 1-1. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. And it's inside. Ball 2. 2-1 now. Max kind of regrips the bat, steps in, scratches his back foot, batter's box, stands in there, open stance, kind of taps the bat on his back shoulder. Here's the pitch, and it hits him. Hits him on his left forearm. Thank goodness he's got that forearm guard, that elbow guard there that protects his front arm, because otherwise I think that would have hurt pretty good. But nonetheless, he strips off his gear, throws it to the dugout, goes to first base. That's going to bring up Rylan Jepcott here. Runner at first, steps in from the left side, stares down at his dad to get the signals. Stares at his arm cheat sheet a couple of times and steps in. Good speed at first. See if we got something going here. Pitches on the outside corner for strike 1. Good fastball there, right on the outside corner, strike 1. Second place is shading towards second, so big hole between first and second with the guy being held on. Jeffy there with lots of space to work with on the right-hand side of the field here. Outfield's straight up, so gaps are open. Lines, they're not shading the lines, and that's going to be fouled off to the left-hand side out of play. Laid on that pitch right there, so that makes the count 1-2 now. Stares down at his dad for the signals. Here comes the signal. It's 1-2 count here now, so he knows he's got a swing, maybe something like a hit and run here going. Maddox gets a good lead at first, and he's going. And the pitch is low and in, and he's up, no throw. Good stolen base there by Maddox. That gets him into scoring position with 2 outs. Now his dad tells him from third base, hey, you got a job to do now. Now your job is to get him in. Poke a hole somewhere. Lines are open. He wants to drive one down the line. Both lines are open. And here's the pitch. He's going to just kind of swing and tap it to the second baseman. Second baseman comes up with the throw and makes the plays. So 3 outs. Mustangs strand 1 runner on base. After 5 innings, 5.5 innings, it's 5-4 Mustangs. We go to the bottom of the fifth. All right, we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Good game here, 5-4. Mustangs have found themselves fighting out of a jam all day long. Let's see if we can have a 3-up, 3-down inning would be nice here. And the first batter up drives one to center over Tanner's Shire's head. Once again, we've been playing shallow all day. We haven't seen anybody hit anybody over anybody's head, so that ball goes over his head. Well hit ball. Finally drives the outfield back a little bit, so good hit over the center fielder's head, and he's got a stand-up triple. Once again, Mustangs trying to work out of a jam here. Got a guy on third base. He represents the tying run. Right-hander steps in here for ITL, and he's going to be hit right in the back. So dead ball. He's going to go to first. Garrett Boschman kind of goes down the third base line there. Looks like he's telling coach, "Hey, that's it. I don't have anything." So they're gonna pull Garrett Boschman here, and looks like Landon Frito is gonna come in. Landon was playing right field. He was the right fielder I couldn't recognize earlier. Landon wasn't with us yesterday, but he's with us today, and that's why I didn't recognize him. But looks like Landon's gonna come in to pitch. Hopefully Landon can get us out of a jam here once again. So take a little break here as Landon warms up. All right, so after some warm-up pitches, Landon free tag's ready to go. Looks like Jared's gonna ask him to step off. They're gonna make a call here. First and third situation, exactly what we're doing. I'd imagine the guy at first is gonna be running. They're turned to bunt and pulls back for ball one. Ball on the outside, up and out. Counts 1-0. Landon makes a quick snap throw to first, trying to get that guy who's kind of leaving a little bit early. Good play right there. We've watched Landon do that many times before. He's got a good, quick snap throw to first. Here's the pitch, 1-0 is outside. 2-0 now. Landon's white pants pulled up to his knees, black socks up to his knees, green shoes. Nice look here on the mound. He fires a fastball and it stays up and out for ball three. So it's 3-0 now. So here's 3-0 count now. Runners at first and third, no outs. And here's the pitch, and it's going to stay up for ball four. So 4-pitch walk here. Not what you're asking for when you bring somebody in, but maybe he's got to get a little used to the mound up there. Hasn't pitched for a little bit, I imagine. Defensive substitutions for the Mustangs, forgot to mention. Drake Cole comes in at second. Gavin Garato's at third. This pitch is going to be skied to short right field. Short right field. The plays mate, do not fire that like that. Good job by Landon backing up. So Cash comes in and makes the catch there on short right field. He fires it home, overthrows the catcher by a bunch. Airmailed that one, but good job by Landon Freetag there backing up that throw, not allowing anybody to score there. All he's got to do there is just hit the cutoff there. That was too short for them to score, so that's one out now. Pitch is inside for ball one. Their fans asking him to wear it. Of course, if he wears it there, that's an RBI on a hit pitch. By pitch, but he wants to do it the old-fashioned way. He's like, nope, I want to get hit. And good stop by Jared there. That pitch is low and outside. Job by Jared there by dropping his hips, sliding to the outside, gets his body in front of that pitch. So bases loaded here, one out. And there's the pitch, and it's driven to left field, short left this time, and they're not going again. And chance to get him at two, and they do get him at two. And that's the third out of the inning. Good job by the coaches. They're yelling from the dugout, 2-2-2. And he catches the ball and goes back to two. Not sure what the runner was thinking there, getting that far off the bag, and that ruins their chances to score. So bases were loaded and no outs, and the Mustangs get out of the inning with no runs scored. We go to the top of the sixth inning, 5-4 Mustangs. All right, we go to the top of the sixth inning. The Mustangs still leading 5-4. Garrett Boschman's going to lead us off. First of all, I want to say ahead of time, if I say something that's offensive or seems a little bit critical of your kid or family member, I don't mean it personally. Just call it as I see it. Sometimes when I don't see a hustle play, I'll call it out, but it's not to be critical. It just means that I thought the person could have made a little more effort. First pitch there drops in for strike one. This is big boy baseball, so everybody out there needs to do their job. And Garrett's going to drive this one to center field. They were playing back on him. They've been playing shallow all day, but that one stayed up a little bit right there. Sounded better off the bat than the previous at bats he's had today, but not deep enough to get over anybody's head. One out now. That's going to bring up Gavin Gerardo. Gavin's 1 for 2 on the day. Last hit was right down the third base line. Scored a run. He's going to take ball one upstairs. So 1-0. Good game here between these two teams. Both of them have had chances to score, and both of them have worked out of jams. That ball's outside for ball two. Fastball. Manny Mitchell's on deck circle. 2-1 pitch to Gavin's a strike right down the middle. 72-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, so it brings the count 2-1. Here's the pitch to G. Well hit to center field, and it looks like it's going to drop in. It does drop in. Center fielder comes up to make a sliding catch and bounces past him, so the left fielder has to back him up, and Gavin has a stand-up double. Good hit. Ball had a chance to travel, but it dies in the wind and lands short. And G's standing on second now. So one out now. Manning stands in. G at second base. He's got a good chance here. Manning's been on a tear of late. Let's see if he can keep it going. He's going to swing at the first pitch. 74-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. Fouls it straight back to the net. Manning's on deck. Looks like Connor Shires, or Manning up to bat, and Connor up on deck. So see if Manning can do something here. Takes a pitch upstairs for ball one, so 1-1 now. Big hole on the right side of the field here. Second baseman holding on. That pitch is down and away for strike two. Looked like it could have been a low, but catches enough of the plate up high enough that the umpire said that's a strike. So 1-2 now. Manning, good two-strike hitter here. And he's going to lift this to center field. Center fielder was playing up. He's going to have a read on this one, and he catches it. So that's going to be the second out of the inning. G goes back to second. That's going to bring up Connor Shires here. So good opportunity here for Connor. I believe this is the first at bat for Connor of the day. Connor had a couple hits yesterday, I believe. So once again, second baseman holding the guy at second. So big hole on the right side of the field. If he can somehow get runners going, good throw over that way. Oh wow, what a play by the third baseman. So hard fastball, low and away there. Runner going to third, and the third baseman loses his footing, slides on the ground, makes the catch and the tag. I don't know how he kept his balance there, but somehow he gets the tag down there, and they get him on the third for the third out of the inning. Kind of sad right there. I mean, no need to really advance the runner there that much with two outs. I don't want to take a bat away right there. Connor has been hitting the ball. He could have just kind of poked a hole there. We score no matter what. So upsetting, but at the same time, we've been aggressive on the base paths, and I think we'll continue to be aggressive on the base path. So we go to the bottom of the sixth inning, 5-4. Good inning here, or good game here, close game. All right, bottom of the sixth inning here. First pitch from Landon Reed, free tags. A pitch way inside for ball one. Defensive substitutions. Garrett Boschman goes to first base. Next pitch is right down the middle, fouled back straight to the net. Drake Cole at second base. Matt McDonald at short. Gavin Grotto at third. Jared Behill still in at catcher. Oh, and that pitch is going to hit him right in his back. So that's going to put a runner at first base. Had a lot of leadoff runners today for ITL. They haven't been able to score much of those, but had a lot of opportunities. That first guy being put on. Big, tall, left-handed hitter here steps in. Hasn't done much damage. Remember, Landon's got a real quick snap throw here to first. Let's see if he can't get this guy. Comes in, inside, ball one. Looks like Connor Loafman in left, Connor Shires at center. That ball is fouled straight back. Can't tell who's in right field. Is that Cash in right? It doesn't look like him. Yeah, Cash is in right. Oh, snap throw, and he got him. Oh, no. It looked like he had him. He's got that quick move. We've talked about it, and it looked like he got him there. If he didn't get him, it was by a tenth of an inch. Counts 1-1 here. Comes home and bounces it. Runner's going to go to second. Jared makes a throw to second. It's high. Good play by Maddox there to go up there and get that ball, keep it from going into the outfield. Runner at second now, no outs. That ball's going to be fouled down the third base line, far enough out that it's a foul ball. I'm calling for baseballs. He's out of baseball. He gets one. So here we go. Counts 2-2. Landon toes the rubber, stares down, shakes off one time. Now he's got the pitch. Here it comes, and it's a curveball. It's going to go to the shortstop. Maddox comes in really fast. There's a quick throw first, and he makes the play. You know, we've talked about this 5-tool system, and they take videos, and there's a young man down here taking videos. Every play, he's taking videos. And, you know, if he's taking some videos of Maddox playing shortstop, there've got to be some coaches out there impressed with the way he's playing shortstop. That was a great play. He has to rush in on that ball. He has to get it out of his glove and over to first as quick as he can, and he makes the play. Good play. Does advance the runner to third base, so we got one out, guy on third now. Good curveball by Landon. Drops that first ball in for a curveball, strike one. 0-1. Next pitch is fastball on the outside corner. Just misses for ball one. 72 miles an hour on that pitch. Curveball to third base. Gavin's going to come home. We got a chance here, and that's a tag. That's a great play by Gavin Grotto there, recognizing the play. Sharp hit to third base. His play is to go home. At third base, you're taught that. Hey, runner at third. And a sharp hit, you look towards the runner. If he's breaking, you're going to go towards home. So good play by Gavin there. Good recognition. Good throw to home. You have to execute that throw. He makes a good throw. Easy play for Jared Beal at home. So 2 outs now with a runner at first. First pitch, fastball. Gets him right there swinging. 0-1. So ITL had a chance to score there, and good play by Mustangs there. Gavin, third base, coming home, making that play. Boschman's going to stop now, and he's going to go over there and talk to Landon. Maybe putting something together here. Hey, look at me. This guy's trying to go. Let's keep him true. Maybe a couple throws over here just to keep him honest. Here comes the pitch. It's inside for ball two, so 2-1. Good lead now at first base. He maybe has a chance here. See a snap throw. Nope, no throw. And pitches right down the middle for strike two. Evens the count to 2-2. Not sure what that hitter was looking for there because that was not a real fastball. Just kind of just floats right over the plate for strike two. So 2-2 now. 2 outs. Let's get this guy and get out of the inning. Here's the pitch. Good strike. Ooh, just misses on the outside edge. Jared Behill freezes it, then holds it there, giving the umpire plenty of time to make that call, but he doesn't make the call. So that draws the count to full 3-2 here. And here's the pitch, fouled off to the right side. Fastball right down the middle. Hitter was late on that one, so he's got a chance here if he can drop a curveball here. He probably fools him. Oh, and it just misses inside. That's ball four, isn't it? That's ball four. Had a chance there. So that puts runners at first and second. So once again, ITL has another guy in scoring position. Close game here. Very important here to make your pitches. Good. Really important here that the defense knows exactly that you can go to any base here and a pickoff attempt to first, and it looks like he got him. And no call at all by the umpire at all. He doesn't even make a call at all. Yeah, you got to make a call. No call at all. Looked like he should have been called out. He was in the air when he made the tag. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he's not going to get the call on the strike. Looks like he's a couple of times here that Landon's had real close pitches right on that outside corner. He's not getting that call. So 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one's a little closer in, and he calls that a strike. So 1-1. 1-0 now. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Mustangs have been getting out of jams all day long. And here's a hit, and that's going to get through the corner. Oh, and Maddox makes a good play there. He's coming up for the throw. Oh, and he can't get there. Oh, and that's going to allow a run to score. Way deep in the hole there. Yeah, real long throw. That was best. The runner's coming home now. He's got to make the play. He got him. He's out. So Maddox makes a real good play into the hole there and comes up and fires to first base, and it's a little bit of a wild throw, and Boschma has to try to scoop the ball. It comes out of his glove, squirts into right field, which allows one run to come around and score. And then the ITL tries to get Boschma snapping. They send the guy home from third. The guy who was on second comes home. Bosch makes a good throw. Jared makes the tag, and that gets us out of the inning. So they score one run. We go to the top of the seventh inning. We're tied now 5-5. Good game here. All right, we go to the top of the 7th inning, tied 5-5. Connor Shire's going to lead us off. Connors was up to bat when Gavin got caught stealing at the bottom, or the other top of the 6th inning. So he gets a new at bat. And first pitch is outside, 1-0. Connor hacks at the second pitch and fouls it off right behind us. So 1-1 goes the count. Connor's going to stroke that one, and it looks like maybe got a chance to beat him here. Nope. Left fielder takes a couple of steps back and makes the catch. Well hit by Connor there. Well struck. Just once again, wind blowing in today. The ball's just not carrying a whole lot. That's going to bring up Rylan Brown. Left-hander steps in. Rylan Brown bats left. Throws right. Two pitches, two balls. So 2-0. Good speed here with Rylan Brown. If he can get on base, we've got something going. Next pitch is outside, up and out. So that's ball 3. 3-0 now. Once again, real important to get Rylan on base here. Good speed, good base path awareness. And that ball is going to be outside. Ooh, and he's going to call that. That's a good 6 inches off the plate. He hadn't called that pitch all day long. 3-1 now. Good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Rylan swings but misses. It's going to draw the count full. 3-2 now. Been mainly throwing all fastballs, so I think Rylan's probably sitting fastball here. He's going to take a little bit off, and Rylan strokes it into right field. Good hit there. Takes a little bit off of it, and Rylan just kind of softly, gently strokes it into right field. Good hit. So Rylan stands at first base. That's going to bring up Landon Freitag. Talked about this before. Good speed at first base. And Landon's late on that one. Fastball right down the middle of the plate. 0-1. You look at the signals. Rylan Brown, he's going. He got a good jump, too. There's no way. Yeah, he had that base stolen right when he took off. Real high throw there. Goes over the shortstop's head. Second baseman backing him up makes the play. So we got a guy at second base now. Once again, we've talked about this before. Good speed at second base. So just looking for Landon just to find a hole here somewhere. That pitch is down for ball 1. So 1-2 now. One and two is the count here. Pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. It's up high. So that evens the count to 2-2. 2-2 now. That allows Landon to look for something straight down the middle of the plate. All fastballs. Hasn't thrown any curveballs here of late. There's another fastball, and Landon fouls it off back to the net. A little bit late there. Still 2-2. Pitcher comes set, looks at second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs. 3-2. So that drives the count full. 3-2 now. Once again, we're tied 5-5. This is 7th inning. Need to find a way to score here somehow. Ooh, and that's a good pitch. Freezes in for strike 3. That was right down the middle. Pitch kind of froze him right there. Good pitch by the pitcher. Gets the strikeout there. That crucial out number 2. It's going to bring Jared B. Hill here. So with 2 outs, runner at second. Jared to find a hole here somewhere. Big hole on the right side of the field. And the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Strike 1. All fastballs here. It's not really throwing any kind of breaking pitches at all. And the runner goes to third, and the play's off. This time, the third baseman has to go off the base, down left field line to get that ball. So now we have a runner at third, 2 outs, 1-1. Now a pass ball does come into play. That ball is out, down and away. Umpire kind of makes a signal, signaling that it was off the plate. So 2-1. That pitch is right there on that outside corner. Boy, he's done a really good job of painting that outside corner. So that draws the count to 2-2. Jared's yet to swing the bat. Come on, Jared. And he's going to get him for strike 3. Tried to hold up his swing. I don't think it would have mattered. It looked like a strike pitch to me. So pitcher comes back there and does a good job doing his job. He gets the strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, tied 5-5. Real important we hold them here. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning, tied 5-5. Couple of defensive substitutions for the Mustangs. Bryce Cooper's going to come in to catch. Gavin Gerardo comes in to play second base, and Manny Mitchell goes to third. Garrett Boschman will be at first, and Maddox McDonald will be at shortstop. In left field, looks like Connor Loafman. Straight up centers Jeff Goat, and in right field is Cash. First pitch, nub to first base. Garrett comes over to get it. Landon goes over, and good play. Good execution there by the Mustangs right there. First, Garrett was going to go to the base, but then he recognized, hey, this is my ball. I got to go get it. He goes and gets it. Landon's covering first, and he makes the play. Good play defensively there by the Mustangs. 1 out. Tied 5-5. ITL cannot score here. The game will be over. Outfield playing shallow. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Good job by Bryce for framing that pitch right there. That was good pitch right there, solid, right on the inside corner. Second pitch, tries to drop a curveball in, stays up just a little bit. Good pitch there. 1-1's count. Pitch is inside. Squirts off Bryce's glove. Goes to the backstop. So it counts 2-1. You have to wonder how much bullpen these guys have been doing. Some of them look a little rusty. There's a nice curveball. It stays up, but those batter swings at it and fouls it off. So that's going to draw the count even at 2-2. Ooh, and you expect a curveball there, and that's exactly what you get. He drops it in for strike 3. Bryce fires it down to first base, and they swing it around. There's a good swing around the infield for strikeout, out number 2. Landon and Bryce have worked together a lot. I kind of understand that Landon's got a good curveball. He can drop it in there. It works good. There it is right there. Oh, man. Good pitch. Curveball just drops in a little bit low. 1-0. 2 outs. Nobody on. It's a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1. Defense, we're playing straight up right now. Here's a curveball. Ooh, just misses off the outside corner. Almost a backdoor curveball there. Outside, trying to work itself back over the plate. There's a fastball right on the outside corner. Strike 2. Landon's starting to warm up now. You can tell that he's feeling a little more confident up there. It's 2-2. Imagine we probably see a curveball here. Oh, and it is curveball. It goes low, though. Digs down in the dirt. Good stop by Bryce there. Keeps that ball in front of him. So full count now, 3-2. Let's see if he can paint that outside corner one more time here. And there it is. It's going to be grounded to Gavin at second base. Easy routine play, first base, and 3 up, 3 down. That's exactly how we needed that inning to go. So we're going to play some extras here. We go to the 8th inning here. Nope, that's it. They don't play any extras, I guess, in this one. So we finished the game tied 5-5. Good game for both teams here. Worked out of some jams today. Got some one inning where the Mustangs scored 5 runs on 2 outs. But we finished the game tied 5-5. We're not real sure exactly when the next game's going to be right now. We were supposed to play tomorrow night at 7:15. Some have said that game has now been rescheduled. Potentially, I heard of maybe some games being played on Sunday. Hopefully, we'll find out. But anyway, nice having you here with us today. Hope you enjoyed the game, and we'll see you next time.